All right, so part of this engine rebuild, I'm doing a cylinder leak down test. You want to bring the camera in here? I'm doing a cylinder leak down test to see if I need to take the heads off and do any internal engine repair work. My initial problem on this side of the engine, the whole reason I took the engine out in the first place, has been repaired. This is now back on and is exactly, I had to drill all the way through this aluminum and put a long bolt through, but it's done. But now while I have the engine out, I'm going to see if there's anything else that it needs. I'd rather not have to do much, but if there's anything, this is the time to do it. I know these valve gasket covers will need to be replaced. You can see there's a leak here, and was dripping down into the alternator. A very common problem on these Azeras. But I want to see if there's any internal issues with the heads or the cylinders or the rings. And the way you do that is with a cylinder leak down test. And what you do is you pull out you remove the the coils here, you remove the spark plugs, which I've already done, and then you get one of these leak down test gauges like I have here. And what you do is you fill it up with air, you pressurize it, you connect it, and then you see how much is leaking out. And green is, I guess, good. I would ideally like to have 0% leakage, but there's always going to be some leakage, if nothing else, through the piston rings. But you don't want to have some crazy change from one cylinder to the other, and you don't want all of them to be really low or any one of them to be really low. So that's what we're checking for. But in order to do this test, the cylinder or the piston needs to be at top dead center so that all the valves, the intake valve, which controls air coming in from the top, is closed, as well as the exhaust valve coming out from the side is also closed. So the easiest way that I've been able to figure out how to get top dead center is to simply get a piece of coat hanger, straighten it out, stick it down in through. I don't know if you can shoot down into there, but you see the hole where the spark plug goes. You can stick this down into that hole, and all it's going to do is just simply rest on top of the piston. Okay, and go ahead and pull that out. And then I put a little mark on the side, right? A little marker, like basically like from a magic marker or a permanent marker. And then I take a 22 millimeter socket and I put it here on the pulley here that turns the crankshaft. And then as I turn it, and you can go ahead and focus the camera over here, as I turn the crank, that line, see how it's kind of disappeared into the engine block? Well, that's because the piston has descended, and then eventually it'll turn around and it'll come back to the top. Oh, there's my line right there. So I'm gonna look and see how high it goes, and then that's about as high as it goes, right? And then it starts to descend again, right? See how it descended? Well, I went too far. So I need to go around again and wait till it comes back to the top. That's about it right there. Okay. All right. So now is that top dead center, or with the intake and the exhaust valves both closed? Is that the compression stroke? Because that's what you want it to be. You want the intake and the exhaust valves both to be closed on the compression stroke. And there's really, I'm sure there's a bunch of different ways to do this and figure it out. But what I've figured out is, and it works for me, so it may not work for you, but it works for me. I take my leak down test, and once I start putting air into the system, if I see a gush of air coming out of the exhaust or the intake, then I know the valves are open and I need to go around one more time. Okay, so here's my leak down test. There's two parts. There's this part, which connects, my shop air connects on this side, and then And then here is this part, which ultimately will connect to here. So I'm going to go ahead and use, this is the same thread as a spark plug, and there's a little O-ring on there to try to seal it. And by the way, this, when I bought it, this hose, at least on this end, was kind of bent like this, almost permanently shaped. And that created a problem because this wouldn't thread properly. So what I did was I got 2 popsicle sticks, one on each side, and I wrapped electrical tape around it to keep this rigid. So I can stick it down in there, way down in there, and keep it straight as it goes into, line up the threads straight. So I'm just gonna turn it by hand. It doesn't have to be super tight. Take these popsicle sticks and turn them until I feel, you know, resistance. Okay, so it's seated. And then I'm going to take my gauge and I'm going to reset it. This has to reset it, you want it to be everything both at 0. The air pressure that's pressurized and what's holding. So I just pull this out, turn this until both valves go to the left. Okay. Now it's very important to every manufacturer of a cylinder leak down test works slightly different. And when I first pulled it out of the box, I started using it and I wasn't using it properly. And I was frustrated. I was getting these crazy readings. And then I finally read the instructions and then I was like, oh, well, I was missing an important step. So always read the instructions, even though you may know how to, even though you think you may know how to use it. There's always, anyway, you get the idea. So shop air is connected, right? So now I'm going to turn it counterclockwise to pressurize it. And you can see the pressure coming from the shop air going up. But what you want to do is you want this dial to be set on the set 0. Okay, so you turn it up until this dial is on 0. And little tiny adjustments are usually most helpful. Okay, so now it's roughly on 0. And then I set it down and I connect the 2, right? Now, I'll give you a heads up when I'm going to connect it. But if you connect it and all of a sudden you hear air just gushing like crazy out of the exhaust manifolds or the exhaust holes here, then that tells you you need to go around again on the piston. You need to send it down and back up, and then both the intake and the outgoing valves will be closed. All right, so here we go. All right. So, see all this air rushing out? So because air is gushing out, one of 2 things is going on here. Either I have a broken or busted exhaust valve in the head, or I'm on the wrong stroke. Maybe I need to go, maybe it's not on the compression stroke right now. So the way I'm going to figure this out is I'm going to send my little rod, trusty rod, back down in here and spin it around again, spin the crank around again. And there it goes, you see it dropping. And now it's coming back up. And there it is, right about there. All right. And that's at the top. So let's go ahead and connect this back up again. So hopefully it was just on the wrong stroke. And hopefully now it's on the compression stroke where all the valves are closed. Because if not, well then I got a problem. I got to take this head off. All right, so now I'm going to reset my meter, and I'm going to dial it all the way back so that everything resets. And then I'm going to dial it back up again. Remember, it's injecting air from shop air. And then I want to set it to 0. Okay, that's the set point. About right about there. Okay, I'll set this down here, and then I connect these 2. All right, so now you can see the results. I am barely in the green, the low. So obviously this is lower. So what have I got going on here? Well, so what this is telling me is that I've got 38, 39% leak down. So, so, which by the way, this is all 3 cylinders on this side had the same leak down. They all had, you know, they were all right about there. So that tells me that it's not just one particular cylinder that is bad, because every cylinder recorded the same amount of leak down. It says it's low, right? But I would rather it be much less than that, right? Now, I will tell you this. I've already done these 3 cylinders. I've done these 3. And all 3 of them were at about 10% leak down, which is beautiful. Perfect. That's exactly what I would want. On the other side, I've already done them. They're like just in the green. And so that means very little air is escaping, and that everything's sealed up, buttoned up. Everything's really in good shape with these cylinders. Now these cylinders are, you know, you've got, you know, all 3 of them roughly read the same amount of leak down. Now the question is, okay, so we got a leak. Where is the air? Where's it leaking from? Well, I know I've got a known leak around the valve gasket. I don't know if that's the problem or not. There could be a head gasket. The head gasket could be an issue, but something that connects all 3 of them, since they're all reading the same leak down, is there's a leak somewhere. And I suspect that is probably a seal, a gasket, a connection point, one of these vacuum hoses. What I probably should do at this point, just to be certain, is I should probably inject some smoke into the cylinder and look for where that smoke is coming out from. That's probably the easiest way to figure out where the leak's coming from. Because, you know, some say get a stethoscope and put it on different places. You know, I'm a visual kind of guy. I need to see where it's coming from. My ears don't always work the best. So what I think I might do is try to inject some smoke into that cylinder and then look to see where the smoke's coming out of. And then that'll tell me where my leak's at. So anyway, the more I do this, the more it drops. It's possible, what I have read too, is that when an engine sits and you're doing this test, you're better off doing this test while the car's in the engine and it's hot and the cylinders are lubed up. I'm doing it on a block that's been sitting here for months, so it's possible that maybe these readings are right. And it looks like, to me, the more I'm standing here, the better the leak down is going. It's now a 32% leak down. So, you know, maybe it's a factor of it sitting here. I don't know. But I do know that these cylinders had only 10% leak down, whereas these 3 cylinders have 30% leak down. So anyway, I'm going to try to figure out where it's leaking from. Maybe I'll just change the valve gasket and then retest it. I don't know, but I think the easiest way to do it at this point is to inject some smoke and see if I can see where the smoke's coming out of. Anyway, that's how you do a leak down test. At least that's how I've done it. Leave comments in the description if you have a better way, or if you have any suggestions, or help others watching this video come up with better ways to do this. But this is how I did it, and my readings seem to be good. Now I got to figure out where the leak is. Thanks for watching.